Hi, welcome to Ikate's Crossing. Okay, so yesterday had a lovely visit from my daughter and her son, Zaya, my little grandson. Oh, he's so cute. He's growing so fast. And of course, my other child, they arrived as well with my incense. So I hope you've seen the new video with all my new incense that came in yesterday. And oops, the Ko-Fi sign is in the wrong place. Let me just fix that up. Right. Hopefully that helps. It's a bit better. Right. Okay, so I got a few decks returned by one of my children. They returned the couple of decks that I had. So I've got the little manga tarot, just the mini size. So I thought I might use that today. I thought I'd bring out my mini decks. So we've got the manga tarot. We have got the mini steampunk tarot. We've got the mini universal tarot. And I've got oracle decks that go with them as well. But they're, of course, full-sized oracle decks, of course. Now, I've also got the New Zealand Naturally Tarot. So, tarot. Now, I do have the Pearls of Wisdom, which some of you may have seen recently. Do have the mini Mother Peace tarot. And I've got the mini Thoth tarot. Now, what else they returned, my child returned, was the Amanda Hall Secrets of Tarot as well. So that came in as well. And I know I'm a little bit earlier than I was. I'm about half an hour early just because I've got things to do this morning, and I sort of thought, well, I might as well start a bit earlier. Now, I also got, I decided to bring out the Animal Wisdom Tarot, which I don't use very often, but it is quite a cool deck as well. Right, so that's the sort of basic tarot decks that I've got today. So if you've got a preference there, let me know. So I'm sort of putting them back in their bags just because I don't want them all over the place. So yeah, it's going to be sort of a, I don't know what today is going to be like. I just thought I'd just pop in, see who's here, see who wants a reading, show you the decks that I've got today. So if you want to look at a deck a little bit closer, I will have had unboxing of all these decks on my channel. So yeah. So let's just have a little bit of a look-see here. So if you know what decks I've got and you've got a particular request, I don't mind using that particular deck. So yeah, of course, depending on your question. Let's do a, oh, okay. Let's start with a pick a pile. Okay, I'm mucking around with this. Hi, Miss B. Oh, I was just going to do a quick pick a pile, but as you're here, Oh, wow. Okay, so I was going to do a quick pick a pile. Let's just begin with this. I'll just do this quickly. Just using, oops. I'm just using the Intuitive Soul Oracle. Just a really quick pick a pile. And then I'll do your reading for you. Okay, so card 1, 2, 3. Just do this quickly and then I'll do your reading for you. No problem. Okay, so 1, 2, or 3. Okay, so if you pick pile 1, for those that pick pile 1, okay, the first one here we have here, I should really put my glasses on, shouldn't I? Is about believing in yourself. It's really important to believe in yourself and being able to communicate clearly. So believing in yourself as you're able to, so that you can communicate clearly is really important. If you're looking at pile 1. Pile number 2 talks about a commitment to your own wisdom, your own knowledge, gaining your own knowledge, being able to sort of study. I'm sort of thinking about it's a commitment to your study. If you're learning something new, it's a real commitment to that. That seems really important at this moment, is to be able to commit to your study so that you can actually move ahead with a wealth of knowledge. So that's pile number 2. Pile number 3 talks about a sense of cleansing away the debris so that you can stand in your own power. So you have that strength to be able to move forward, being able to clear away anything that's sort of stopping you from moving forward is really important at this time. But just standing in the moment and having a good breath to be able to move forward. Right. So that was pile 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so let's have a look at Miss B's question. Now, don't forget, if you donate, you go in the draw for a free 30-minute reading, which is really cool. So, right, let's have a look at this. Let's do this. Okay, so what's your message here? So you're looking at your career. Okay, so let's have a look at what cards? Let's do the New Zealand Naturally Tarot in regards to your career. Okay, in regards to your career. So we're looking at Miss B's career. What's advice on what's coming in? Okay, what's coming in for Miss B in regards to her career? Let's have a look at this. So Miss B, let's have a look. One, two. Okay, card number 1, we're looking at the Hanged Man. So it looks like you've got a lot of choices. You've got a lot of things. You've got to look at different perspectives. I wonder if I just get a sense of like hanging around for something. Here you got 4 of water. So it feels like you're dissatisfied or bored. So it does feel like the sense of just hanging around for something. You're waiting for something new. It does feel like there's a lot of waiting. I get a sense of you waiting around. So I do feel like you need to look at things from a different perspective. You need to sort of lift your head and look at other things from a different perspective. Look at things that are a bit different. Be careful about not missing out on other opportunities. I do get a sense of needing to look at things from a different perspective here. Looking at things, new opportunities. Don't miss out on new opportunities because you're too busy with your I just feel like you're missing out. There's something you're missing out on an opportunity. Be aware of what's around you. Be aware of the offers that have been given to you as well. Be careful about what you're sacrificing of yourself in regards to your career. So I think there's an opportunity coming. And so you just need to lift your head and see what else is going on. Okay, so hopefully that helps you sort of think about what's going on for you. Wow, Taka, thank you very much for the donation. Toka? Wow, thank you very much. Wow, 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 okay. So, Toka. So I'm just waiting for Toka's question. Yes, thank you very, very much for the donation there. Yep, I did get your donation. Thank you. It's muchly appreciated. So I just need your question, Toka. Wow. So let's have a look. What am I going to do for you today in regards to your reading? Yes, please. If you'd like to post your question in. No, Toka, you're first. You're first in the donations. So yeah, just type in your question, please. Fantastic. Yep. So I might use the Manga Tarot. And oops, let me just grab the Oracle deck that I just put under here, which is the Foxfire, of course, the Kitsune energy. Okay, so let me put that to one side. Okay, so your question is, ooh. So let's have a look. You've got a job, you've got a career, a job that you're interested in, right? And you'd like to know if what the job environment would be like. Oh, this is a good question. And you're nervous. So you want to know what the job situation is going to be like. What's the foundation of the job? What's going to go, you know, what's the influences within the job? What's the positive stuff about it? What's the toxic stuff about it? Whether it's something that's going to be a thing. Would I enjoy the position? Oh, yep, I know what you mean. Yep, cool. Okay, so let's have a look at the job. Okay, so the heart of the front desk job. If I apply, okay, so what would the job be like? So let's begin there. What would the job be like? Yeah, so there's lots of things you want to look at here. So let's do 1, 2, 3. Oops. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, let's have a look. Okay, so Toka, let's have a look at this. Let's look at the heart of the situation. So we're beginning with, what have we got here? We've got the 4 of Pentacles. So I feel like it's something that you could hold on to. The heart of the job is something that you could hold on to. I do feel like something that could be, create a little bit of stability, okay, within your well-being. I do feel like it's going to create foundations in your well-being as well, which is really important here. It's definitely a new beginning. With the Fool here, it is about new beginnings, which is really cool. So the bottom, so the foundation, a little bit more about the job career thing here. Okay, it's something that's going to open. I do feel it's going to be a very something you're going to learn a lot from. We've got the priest here. So it's really about a lot of learning, a lot of knowledge gained. I do feel like it's a lot about your own spirituality too. Spiritual well-being is going to be really important in this job as well. So you're looking for stability. It does feel like it's a real spiritual connection. I do feel like there's going to be a lot of spiritual people. Like it's going to be a lot of spiritual connection within the job. I do feel like it's going to be quite, I do get a lot of spirituality within the job foundation, which is quite important here. We've got the sense about you being able to manifest what you want. You're going to be able to have the sense of will and determination. I do feel like it's going to give you that motivation to manifest what you want. I do feel like it's going to be a really positive. I'm getting a real positive vibe about this job. Okay, so I'm looking about what you're going to bring to the job from the past. Okay, so you're going to bring a lot of transformation and a lot of changes. It's going to bring a lot of changes and a lot of transformation to you from the past. So there is going to be a lot of you about, I do feel like you're going to be stepping into the light. You're going to leave behind the darkness. You're going to leave behind the toxicity. I don't feel like you'll be walking into toxic. I do feel like you're going to be leaving behind the toxicity that you've had. Okay, so yeah, I do feel like there's a lot of positive energy here. We're definitely going to give you the opportunity to look at things from a different perspective. It's definitely going to allow you to look at things from a different perspective in the future here. Okay, so I do feel like there's going to be a lot of changes for you. It is going to allow you to look at things from a different perspective. And it does feel like a very major impact on your journey. So for you, it's going to be able to create some memories. I do feel like you're going to be able to create some memories with this job and some good positive. I do feel like it's going to be a gift. It's a gift to you. Okay, it's just important for you to look at the things that you can control. I think this is going to be really important for you. I think you're going to be tested a little bit in what you can and cannot control. I think there are some things that you just need to make sure that you're looking at the positive aspects and not always focusing on the negative. So just take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Okay, because there's going to be some things that are going to be out of your control, and that's part of life. Okay, that's part of life. So you just need to look at the things that you can control, the things that you can change emotionally. Okay, which is really important here. So we have this thing, definitely got the stars coming in. So it tells us that it's a wish fulfilled. Overall, I feel like it's going to be a wish fulfilled. It's going to be something that's going to be really positive energy within it. And it leaves us with, it's going to allow you to rebuild what you want. Now, there is going to be some ups and downs in the job. There will be some ups and downs. There will be some difficult times. There will be a chance for you to break down the barriers. I think you're going to be forced to break down barriers, forced to break down the past and barriers, the things that you've put up, the walls that you might have put around yourself. It's going to allow you to sort of rebuild what you want in your life. Now, it's going to be quite a big impact on you. This is going to be quite emotional. I do feel like there's a need for you to just take a breath for a moment. Take a breath and just acknowledge that there are some things that are going to be a little bit challenging, and that's okay. That's okay to have those challenges, but it's really going to allow you to build up what you want. So you're going to be okay. You're going to be really, I feel like it's a real positive experience for you. I do feel like it's going to be a real positive experience. So what I want to do first is take a moment here. Let's have a look here. So I do feel like it's going to be a real positive experience for you. There's going to be some challenges, and it's about letting go of the past, moving through those transformation, those changes that are taking place within you. So let's have a look. The first card we have here is about acceptance. Acceptance of yourself, acceptance of what's going on around you. I think there's a lot of acceptance going on. Just taking a breath and just being in the moment. Allowing yourself to really surrender to what's going on around you. Allowing yourself to just take a moment to breathe. I just get a time to walk alone. So there's going to be some moments where you just got to take a breath. Okay, I feel like there's just moments that you just need a little bit of solitude, just to breathe, just to clear your head, just to get focused. Okay, so you're going to be okay. It's just going to take some moments there. And the last card we have is about moving forth with the waves. I do feel like it's a move of you just allowing the support that you need as well, which is going to be super important. Let's have a little bit more about this card here. Call forth the waves, number 4. Let's have a look and see what the message is from the card. I do feel like, okay, there are times when it's all tranquil and beautiful. So there are times when all is simply too still and nothing has changed because nothing has been done. Too much for too long has stayed the same. Now is the time. Now this is not the sea of energy which surrounds the realm of the Kitsune is urging you to call forth the waves, to stir the world around you into action. So it's time for you to apply for the job, to actually get it done. There's much to be done and many things which are bringing discontent, and yet all is remaining the same. So much so that it seems that this stasis is natural, simply the way things are. But she, this being of the sea, is here to tell you that this is not how things must remain. She will show you how to call up the waves of pure energy from within, the emotional energy which sustains and feeds you, the watery energy of memories, and the psyche which gathers its strength and pours through the world and lifts up all that has stayed too long hidden, so it can be seen and changed with pure raw energy. Call forth now the waves now, friend, raise them high, and let us see what power there is initiating change. Being active and courageous and immersing yourselves in the pouring forth of the energy that has been too long held within, restrained and tethered for no good reason. Call forth the waves, connect to this great primal tidal force, and know that no matter how formidable change may be, it is a living thing, unlike stasis and the quiet of intimidation. Rise up and see who joins you as you dare to take the ride of your own life, and upon the waves that you are called up, that you shall dance. Know you are free and powerful being filled with instinctive energy. Others will rise to join you, and as you do this, your life will be filled with a new and cleansing energy. So I feel like it's really important for you to take charge now and do what you need to do to I do feel like it's time for you to apply for the job, do what you need to do, and really allow yourself the acceptance of moving forward, of making the changes you want. And only you can do this. Nobody else can do these changes. Only you can take control of your life. Only you can move forward and take charge. So yeah, hopefully, Toka, that really helped. And you'll also go in the draw for a free 30-minute reading as well. So you're going to go in the draw for a free 30-minute reading. So hopefully that helps, gives you a little bit of guidance about where you are and what's important to you. Okay. Right, let me create the free list unless there's any more donations gone through. I haven't looked, so give me a moment to just breathe. So Toka, I hope that's helped. Hope that's given you some guidance and what you need to know right now. So thank you very much for donating, and yes, you'll be in the draw for a free 30-minute reading. So let's have a look here. Who's here? Who have I missed? Okay, so we have Miss T. So let me just write up the free list here. Free list. I have Miss T. I will do. Miss T, then I have love. Hello, Donna. SP. SP, and I've got Giorno. Giorno. Okay, so I'm just adding everyone to the list right now. So just give me a second. Gerrika. Okay, so I think I've added everybody to the list. So let me just do this. So the free list at the moment is this. So Miss T, Love, Aldona, SP, Giamo, and Jerrika. So let me start. I'm just going to move through this list. Just give me a moment here. So firstly, I'm going to look at Miss T. Now, if you donate, don't forget that you go in the draw for a free 30-minute reading. So what's coming towards you in love? So let's do what's coming towards you in love? Let's do the Mother Peace Tarot. What's coming towards Miss T in love relationships? What's important that she knows right now? What's coming towards her? What's important right now in regards to love? Okay, so first card we have here is the High Priestess. It does feel very much about trusting your intuition in regards to love and relationships. Really allow yourself to feel it, to know it. A sense of looking at the knowledge that lies within you, looking at your, I want to say secrets of the past, your things that have happened to you in the past and how it's affecting you right now is really important here. I get a feeling of feeling like you're defeated before you have the sense of feeling defeated even before it begins. So you need to sort of be in a bit of a win-win situation with yourself. So really acknowledge your intuition. I think if you can just acknowledge your intuition and your experiences from the past and how you've moved through those processes is going to allow you to feel like you're in a bit of a win-win situation with relationships and love. So it's very much, I do feel like it's very much about your past experiences, which is something that you need to really look at and acknowledge, and that's going to help you move forward in trusting your own intuition, trusting your own knowledge. Hey, Rebaone. Yep, definitely. I'll add you shortly. I'll add you to the next list. Okay, so yeah, I think it's very important for you to look at those aspects there. Okay, so on the list, let's see. So this is the list at the moment. So next I'm doing is love. Okay, so I'm going to get who is coming towards you. Let's have a look. I'm going to use The Secrets of Tarot by Amanda Hall. Okay. What's coming towards your single life for love? Who's coming? Who's coming? Okay, it's just talking about a divine wish being granted. It does feel like there's a potential for someone to come into your life. There is potential, but I do feel like you're holding back. There's a sense of you holding back something. So you've got someone here who's young. Definitely got someone who's young. Someone who is maybe easily hurt. So you've got someone who can be quite sensitive. I do feel like you've got someone who's quite sensitive to it. The potential's there to bring someone who's quite sensitive into your love life. But I do feel like you're holding back something that you're not quite allowing yourself to move forward on. But there is definitely feels like there's somebody who is quite sensitive to your needs. Someone who's quite sensitive to your needs. I do feel that someone is coming into your life, but it's what you do with it is totally up to you. The potential to have the relationship is there, but it's what you choose to do with it that's going to make a difference. So you do have that potential there. Hi, Violet. Yep, definitely will add you. Aldona with going to France. Let's use the universal. France this year. Whoa. Okay. We've got the moon, and it does talk about could be about a journey, a path ahead, but it does feel like something is holding you back. I do feel like there's something holding you back. The possibility is there. I do feel as though the path is there. The moon does talk about a cycle of something new, a phase coming into play. So yeah, with the Four of Swords, it does tell me that it's time out. So there is a possibility of you moving to go on holiday to France or travel to France this year. Does feel like, yes, time out, holiday, vacation. Does feel like you are going to take some time out. But something I do feel is holding you back. So there might be something that you need to do to make it happen. There's something that you need to do to make it happen. So yeah, there is a possibility of you going to France, but I do feel like there's something holding you back. There is something stopping you from going to France this year. I do feel like there's something that you're afraid of or something you haven't quite done yet. But yeah. So next one was SP. So I just need Giamo. I just need your question, please. Giamo's question. SP, got your question there. Okay, so I just need Giamo's question, please. Oh, my sun change. Okay, I'm going to use the animal wisdom. Let's have a look. Okay, let's have a look here. Okay, the sun's behavior. Okay. Now, the first card I get is 10 of Feathers, right? 10 of Feathers is very much like 10 of Swords. So it does get a sense of being things ending, things changing, opening up to new possibilities. And then we have the Nurture of Shells, which is talking about being very kind and very caring energy. So I do feel as though there will be some changes, but I'm not sure when. I do feel like there's going to be a lot of challenges to the change, but I do feel like there is going to be some changes, and it comes from being nurtured. I think there's a lot about being nurtured. There's something in his nurturing that needs to be. So it does feel like there's some changes, and I think it's a whole package. I think changes comes from everybody that's dealing with this situation. I do feel like everybody is changing with this. There will be some changes. I do feel like everybody's going to be changing, and it comes from a whole series of nurturing. It's going to be a lot of caring, a lot of kindness given to everybody, a lot of gentleness. Okay, so I do feel like there's going to be a lot of changes. Yep. So I do feel like it's going to take a lot. It is a lot of work. It is a lot of work, but I do feel like there is going to be some changes, and it all comes from the nurturing. Yeah, so you've got to get down to the root of the issue. Yep. Have you got some professional help? I think I keep getting like this professional help. I think the professional help is going to allow the change. I do feel like there is going to be some changes. Yep, I know you've tried your best, but it's about professional. Yeah, it's about professional help, but I do feel like there is going to be some changes with the nurturing. Okay, so it's making sure that he's got the professional help that he needs. Ah, okay, so this is what it boils down to. If you get the professional help, it's going to create the change. That's why I keep getting professional. I keep getting professional help. Yes, the whole family. The whole family. Everybody will need. Yeah, that's going to create the change. I felt like that's what the changes is going to be. Yeah, it's about you getting the professional help that you need as a family. Not just him, but he needs to see you all doing it. Yeah. Okay. So it's about you getting the right help for you, the professional, the counseling, the psychology, whatever you need for you as a family. And that's what the nurturing is going to be all about. That's why I keep getting a whole picture. Okay. So yeah, the whole family, not just, yeah. Okay. I hope you understand that. Yeah. It's not just him, it's the whole family's being affected by it. So it's good to get everybody talking, and that's going to really help the whole picture. Yeah. Cool. Brilliant. Please, that's able to help. Hi, lady. Yes, I'll add you to the next list. Yep, definitely. So I'm up to Giamo's question. I was just waiting for Giamo. I haven't had a question from Giamo. I've got a hi, but no question. Okay, so, and Jerrika, I've got a question from you as well. Giamo, yeah, I need a question, please. And so yes, so my question, so the next list is, sorry, Giamo and Jerrika, I need your questions. And then I've got Rebaone, which is a message from the universe. I've got that one. Violet, I need your question. Lady, need your question. Yeah. So yeah, Giama, just need a question. So if I can have everyone's question, it makes it a little bit easier to move through this list. Jerrika, need your question. Rebaone, I've got yours, so that's okay. Violet, I'll need your question. Lady V, your question. Okay, so what is the future for me and Zach? You broke up a few weeks back and it's been rough. Okay, so let's do the mini steampunk. Oh, gee, card just flew out. Okay, the first card we get here is the Emperor. So I do feel like it's a sense of the relationship was all about control. Feels like who can control who. I felt like the foundation of the relationship was all about control. Felt like somebody wanted to rule the other. So I do felt like the relationship was all about control. Oh, okay. And it took a lot of strength. And it takes a lot of courage and a lot of strength to be able to deal with that controlling aspect. Okay, so I do feel like the relationship, the future, if you get back together, I do feel like it's going to be a bit of a needing a lot of inner strength to move through the relationship. I do feel like it's going to be all about control. It's all about trying to find some sort of control in the situation. So you've got to decide whether that's something that you can go back to. I do feel like it's going to go back to the old habits. I do feel like you're going to need some courage, some inner strength, some stamina, some endurance to either decide whether you're going to go through this relationship or are you going to take control of your own life and move forward with a new strength, a new inner strength. So you've got to decide for yourself what you're going to do there in regards to the relationship. So it's about you moving forward. Now, I felt like the relationship was all about control. So I felt like he wanted controlling energy. There was a lot of controlling energy. So I feel like it's a need for you to move on. I do feel like there's a need for you to control your own life, your own journey. Have the courage to move forward with your own path. Okay. Well, I've got a donation here. Thank you, Kristen, for the donation. Wow, thank you. Totally appreciate that. That's awesome. So you'll also go in the draw for a free 30-minute reading. Okay, so let's have a look here. So, Kristen, what's your question here? While I wait for your question, who else was on my? Oh, Jerrika. So I'm just waiting for Kristen's question. So, Jerrika, what will I be manifesting in love? Okay, I'm going to use the oh, here it is. Pearls of Wisdom. So I'm just waiting for Kristen's question. What will you be manifesting in love, Jerrika? Okay, first card we have here is an awakening. Okay, I do feel like there's a sense of awakening spiritually in if you're being able to manifest somebody that you have a real spiritual connection with. There is a spiritual awakening within your connection. It's going to give you opportunities. It does feel like things are going to change, things are going to end for you, and it's going to give you the possibility of something new. Okay, so it is going to be like an end of a dry spell, if you like, or an end of something. You're manifesting this spiritual connection. Okay, so I do feel like there's going to be a spiritual a spiritual awakening within the manifesting of love, and it's going to give you the opportunities for something new coming in. Okay, so I do feel like there's going to be a spiritual connection. I do feel like there's going to be a spiritual connection within regards to love. Somebody that you're really connected to on a real spiritual level, really deep level, and it's going to give you lots of opportunities. Okay, so I do have this from Kristen, and I'm just waiting to see whether there was a message here. So I am just sort of waiting for a bit of a message. So while I'm waiting for Kristen's, question. Let me see. Done Jerrika. It's manifesting in love. And then next was so I'm just waiting for Kristen's question. Message from the universe. So let's do a cloth. So I'm just waiting for Kristen's question as well. She has donated, so I am waiting for that. So as soon as Kristen types in her question, I will do that. Message from the universe. And I'm using the Thoth Tarot, a mini Thoth Tarot. So let's have a look. Oh, this one's popped out. Oh, okay. So the first card here is the 8 of Swords. So I feel like there's going to be some interference in someone's trying to interfere. I feel like someone's sort of trying to keep you trapped or keep you contained. I do feel like there's some sense of interference in some way in your with something that's going on. Oops, here we go. So it's going to give you that sense of, yeah, so I think if you can overcome this interference, that stuff that's going on, I do feel it's going to make you stronger. It's going to allow you to see things from another moving forward. I do feel like it's going to allow you to sort of move forward, even though I feel like you're feeling like contained or restrained. It's that interference. Something is stopping you. But I do feel like you're going to gain something from the situation. You're going to allow yourself the sense of achieving something. So I do feel like you're going to have the sense of feeling trapped or feeling contained. It feels like somebody is stopping you from moving forward. But I do feel like you're going to be able to overcome that by using your own thoughts, your own ideas, your own plans. Your own intuition. I do feel like you're going to be able to gain something. You're going to achieve what you need to achieve. I do feel like you're going to be able to do that. So just a sense of believing in yourself is going to be a really important aspect here. Knowing that even when things seem difficult, that you're able to overcome that challenge. I do feel it's going to make you a lot stronger there. So that's really important there. Okay, I'm just waiting for Kristen's message. I see that Kristen has donated, but I haven't really received anything. And I don't know whether it's just slow mode from YouTube coming through with the chats. So I am checking. So Kristen, who are you? And what's the message that you're looking for? Okay, so let's have a look here. I did do that. So I'm up to Violet. Yes, Becca B Tarot. I'm still doing donations. Yes. I'm just waiting for a message from Kristen. I'm waiting for Kristen's message and I haven't seen it yet. I feel like I haven't even received a message. Just make sure. No. So I'm just waiting for Kristen for her message here. Yes, Becca B, still doing donations. I've got about another hour. Oh, Kristen, here you are. Thank you. Hey, hi. Thanks for donating. So what's the foundation of the relationship with Corey? Oh, interesting. So let's do. I'm actually going to do. Okay, I'm going to use the Telleric Tarot. Okay, Telleric Tarot. And you also go in the draw for a free 30-minute reading. Donate, of course. Yeah, thank you, Kristen. Appreciate that. I know it's a bit slow coming in from. So I'm going to use the Crystal Oracle as well with that. Just returned from one of my children yesterday. So let's have a look. What's the future relationship? What's the foundation in regards to this? Okay, so let's have a look. Oh, okay, interesting. You got Malachite with healing, change, insight, loyalty, and patience. Okay, so do you have a future relationship with Corey? So let's have a little bit of a look-see here. First card we have here is the beginning. I do feel like something's unfolding. Things are starting to begin. The potential is there. Okay, I do feel like the potential is there. It's all about looking beyond the surface, being able to look beyond the with what's actually going on around the actual surface, being able to manifest what you desire, having the will and the determination to sort of make things happen in some way. There are some things that you can actually do to manifest this relationship with Corey. Okay, there are some things that you can do. And you've got the sense of, it's about a perseverance, about keep going, maybe dealing with some past hurts could be really an important aspect there. Being able to look at, thank you, Becca, for the donation. Thank you very much, muchly appreciated there. Okay, so I do feel like there's a sense of persevering. There are some things that you can actually do to manifest what you want. Okay, there are some things about dealing with some past hurts. Could be an important aspect here as well. Maybe dealing with some past injuries in regards to relationships, making sure that you're in a really good headspace for whatever lies ahead for you. Here you've got the sense of celebrating life, celebrating yourself, celebrating with like-minded people can be an important aspect here as well. Being able to have the sense of moving forward. I get a sense about opening your heart to new possibilities, allowing yourself this ability to really feel as though you are ready mentally and emotionally, as well as physically, for this relationship with Corey. I do feel like there's going to be a little bit of work involved, a little bit of really a lot of healing done, a lot of patience, Being loyal is going to be really important as well. Being genuine, having some real integrity is going to allow you to really move forward on this journey. So I hope that helps. Yes, you do have a future relationship with Corey, but it does boil down to your own healing, your own headspace, where you're at emotionally, in many aspects as well. Not being possessive, not, being in balance. Making sure you're in balance with your heart, that you allow yourself not to be too open or too closed off to what's possibility, but staying in that sense of balance is really important. I'm getting a lot about your making sure you're staying grounded, opening up to the truth of the situation, letting things unfold naturally could be a really important aspect as well. So hopefully that sort of gives you an idea about the relationship with Corey. I do feel it's going to take some work. It's going to take a lot of healing within yourself to really make things happen. So the possibility is there, but it is going to take a lot of work involved in your own healing and stuff as well. Okay, so let's have a look here. Becca, thank you very much for the donation. I just need your question, please. Just need your question, please, Becca. So appreciate it. So I just need your... Whoops. Thank you, Becca. Thank you. I know that it can be a little bit slow with YouTube and stuff by the time they post it through. Oh, interesting. So I'm feeling strictly friendship. Okay, so let's do the Pearls of Wisdom. Let me just get rid of this here, the Telleric Tarot. And you'll also grow in the drawer for a free 30-minute reading as well. Okay, so I want to do the colors here. Secret language of color. Okay, so you got an Aries friend, and they are romantically interested, but you don't feel the same. You're feeling strictly friendship. Okay, so let's have a look here. So let's have a look. What's going on with this? What's the foundation with the connection between you? So let's have a look here. Okay. A color card. Getting a little extra here with the donation. So let's just get a little bit of... Okay, so this one here is sticking out. So let's do that here. So let's take a moment. Just take a breath. And you're looking at this relationship. So what's the foundation? The first one is about courage, strength, a sense of endurance, a long time. So it's a very long relationship. Okay, so it does feel like there is a very long relationship. Interesting. Yeah, there's many paths you can take with this relationship, with this friendship. There are many options, and you do have to be very wise about it. I keep getting past life, and sometimes past lives can sort of blur a little bit. Okay, so you need to make sure that you're very clear about the path that you want to take. You need to be very clear about the path that you want to take with this friendship. Okay, and it's going to take a lot of strength for you, a lot of courage, but it's very long. It's a very long friendship, and so it's very important that you're very clear about the path that you're going to take, that you want to take with it. No waffling, no pretending, just straight to the point, but being kind, of course, being very kind and gentle about it, but giving birth. Hi, Egyptian Famous. Thank you for joining us. Okay, and so there's going to be a lot of choices a lot of options that you're going to take. Okay, there are some choices, there are some options with what path you're going to take. So you're going to have to be very clear. You're going to have to stand at this point and be very clear about the path that you want to take. Okay, so I think that's really important. It's just talking about having clarity, being able to be very clear about what you want in the relationship. Okay, it is a very long relationship. It is very clear. It's a very connected relationship. It is long term, but you do have to be very clear about the path that you want to take. Don't let him influence you. Don't let your Aries friend influence you in this way, in making a decision that you're not happy with. I think you need to be very clear about it. It is a very long relationship. I do feel it's very past life connection. So I do feel sometimes that past life relationships can get very blurry in that respect. So letter here is about finding a richness from the dark night. So let me have a look at here. So we've got to find the light out of this situation. So this is going to be really important for your for the connection here. So let's have a look at seeing what the message is here. 28. So let's have a look and see what they actually say, because sometimes this can hear. Find richness from the dark night. Black is a color of protection, strength, and retreat, a gateway to new experiences and the test of strength and resolve. Many people experience the dark night of the soul in order to gain wisdom and emerge for the better on the other side. Black dissolves the old so you can welcome the new. Receive divine wisdom and the gifts that have been buried deep inside you with the help of the black ray. Dark night of the soul. At some point in life, everybody experiences the dark night of the soul. Give yourself permission to connect to the black ray so it can guide you to the gifts which lie in shadow. Visualize yourself in darkness and ask for divine wisdom to show you what you need to learn from the shadow. Receive its gifts to strengthen your faith. Say, Divine Spirit, infuse me with the strength, wisdom, and courage to connect to and learn from the shadow aspect of myself. So I think this is a real learning experience for you about boundaries. This could be a really learning experience for you to really gain some knowledge in how you react to this situation by being very clear, very focused, being able to really look at the gift that you're being given in some way. And I know this is very hard to sort of say when you've got this feeling of being pulled in directions, not unsure about where you're at, and knowing that this is a very long relationship, a long-term relationship that takes a lot of strength and a lot of courage to be able to be very clear about the path that you need to take for you. It's very easy to cross those paths, cross those boundaries, and it's important that you're very clear about them. So I'm hoping that sort of gives you an idea, Becca, about what you need to do to be able to gain some clarity. Maybe standing in a moment of stillness and just asking for guidance and just trusting that the words that are going to come to you are going to be very clear. Yeah, that long term keeps coming up. Yeah, does feel like there's a long term friendship here. If you can get past, it's all about getting past this sense of being, of being able to say very clearly about that you see this as a friendship and not anything romantic. You've got to be very clear about it. And I think if you can be very clear, then it's going to be a very long friendship. And I think it's very much about connecting to the past. I do feel like it's a past life connection. There is definitely a past life connection to this relationship. I'm actually just going to throw in, let me just grab a deck here. I do feel like it's a past life connection. So I just want to throw this in. Can you tell us about this past life connection with this relationship? Past life connection to this. Oh, that just flew out. Card we got. Interesting. Okay. So it felt like there was an abusive relationship that connected you. Now, whether you were both in abusive relationships and that's what's connecting you from the past, not necessarily that he was the abuser or you were the abuser or any of that sort of stuff. It felt like you were both in abused relationships, which is what's drawing you closer. And I think that's what the connection was. It was in a destructive relationship. Interesting. Something that was destructive to you both. Sorry, I've just got this coming through. Just didn't need to do that one. Felt like you were both exiled or banished from somewhere. So it does feel like you had a long-term, there is that connection about you both being in abuse. Oh, you're both been through abusive relationships. Okay, that's your connection. Okay, and you've got to be, you know, and that you were both distracted. Okay, interesting. So that's interesting that that came up. And so it's like you were banished, you were exiled or removed. So you do need to be, that's why I think the friendship is so important, that you don't get into that romantic relationship. Okay, so because you both came from abusive relationships, you just want to keep it that it's a friendship. Okay, so that's where that connection comes from. Okay, interesting. Okay, so yeah, I think you just need to be really clear about the friendship side of it, that you're not ready for anything romantic. The free list, sort of. I've got to go back and look at the list of what I'm up to, because I've been doing donations. So, I will go back and have a look at the list of where I'm at. So, Becca, I hope that helped. Let me just go through and have a look. Egyptian famous. I'll have a look and see where I'm at. I'm in a bit of a thing. So, Becca, I hope that helped and give you a bit of clarity about the relationship, and I can see why friendship is really important to you at this time, and not to let the lines blur a little bit. If you've both been in an abusive relationship, it's so important to sort of have some boundaries at this time and don't jump into the next relationship that you're in. So yeah, I get that. So hopefully that helps. It was interesting that came up. Okay, so let me just take a second and take a breath, guys. Just done donations. So if there's any more donations, don't forget, all those that have donated today do go into a drawer for a free 30-minute reading. I do have to sort that out. So let's have a look and see where I'm at from my list. Okay, so I finished with, so let's have a look at where I was at. Rebaone. Okay, so yes, Violet. So Violet, Lady V. Okay, so this is the list. Violet, Lady V, Baby HD, and Manor. Oh, Egyptian famous in Manor. And then Raven. Right, so let me just write up this free list again. Sorry, let me just write up this free list. So it was Violet. I'm going to do first. So Violet, I will do your question, no worries. So let me just go back to that again because I've missed. Okay, so Lady V. Violet Lady V, Baby HD, okay, Egyptian Famous, of course, a mod, which is a beautiful support. Then we have Manoa, okay, okay, so then I have, after Manoa, we have Raven, okay. Oh, Raven, you donated. Thank you very much. Okay, so we'll take you off the free list. Wow, thank you very, very much, Raven. Totally appreciate it. Okay, so I will do this free list, but let's just get on and do Raven's reading. So I just need Raven's question. Thank you, Raven. Muchly appreciated. And you also go in the draw for, so we've got Toka, Chris. So today, going into the draw, for those that have donated. So, wow. Thank you. So Toka, Christian, Becca, and Raven. Thank you very, very much. Big help. It really helps the channel with you guys when you donate. So yeah, I just need a question, please, Raven. It's muchly appreciated. I so appreciate it. Really helps the channel, helps with doing these lives, it helps with the decks that come in, helps with the healing energy. It really helps with the incense, everything like this. It all just comes back to the business, the time, the paying for Ko-Fi, of course, paying for the different websites and things like that, all help. So yeah, I just need a question from Raven. And yeah, thank you very, very much. So definitely appreciate it. Thank you very much for the support. So this is going to be the free list that I will do after Raven's question. So Violet, I will do your reading. Just waiting for Raven's question here. So here we go. So this is a yep, got that there, so I know how many cards we're doing. And what do you see for the rest of the month? Let's do, okay, I'm going to do something a little different here with the steampunk tarot. Okay, so we've got the mini steampunk tarot, right? But I also have the Victorian steampunk, oops, which I'm just going to grab because I'm also going to grab the steampunk linen mud. So this is going to be a little bit of a combination of decks coming into play here because we want to know what's going on for the rest of the month. And it feels like you've got quite a lot going on. I do feel like you're going to be pulled in many different directions. Straight away, I'm just getting like you're going to be pulled in many different directions. There's a lot going on for you. It's there's a lot of stuff happening. So let's begin this with what's going to happen for the rest of the month. Oh, card flew out straight away. So let's grab that one there. So the first card we have here is Judgment. I do feel like it's about you blowing your own. I got the words blowing your own trumpet. I do feel like there's a need for you to really connect with who you truly are, an awakening within oneself. I do feel like it's about you being able to sort of, I just keep getting blowing your own trumpet, being able to sort of awaken with, acknowledge who you are as an individual is super important. So that's the big thing you're going to be doing for the rest of the month, is being able to, for August, it's really about being able to acknowledge who you are. Say, you know, acknowledge your skills and your abilities, your own self. I do feel like it's going to give you opportunities with the King of Pentacles here. I do see a lot of opportunities happening for you. Keep getting a lot of stuff happening for you. I do feel like there's some opportunities coming in for you. So I do feel like it's really important that you sort of blow your own trumpet. I do feel like there's a sense of being able to sort of acknowledge your skills, your abilities, what you're capable of. I sort of get that really, really strongly here. So we do have the sense of victory and success. I'm getting a lot of, even though there's going to be some challenges, some battles, maybe some conflicts and things like that, I do feel like there's going to be success. There's a lot of success going on with this here. So you're going to be able to, so it's about finding the solutions, analyzing the situations that's going on and finding the solutions to what's happening. I do find there's going to be a lot of mental things going on. Thank you, Vera. Okay, so we're going to look at the truth, the facts of what's going on for you. I do feel like there's a nurturing of ideas, a nurturing of plans. So I do feel like there's a lot of you going forward in this journey here. Last card here tells us it's all about your skills and your abilities. Like I said, it's being recognized for your skills and your abilities, using that, blowing your own trumpet. I do feel like it's a lot of opportunities happening for you here. So I'm just going to do another card here. Okay, what card are we using for reflection? Card for reflection you have is the Moon card. So you're going to be looking at moving into the unknown. I do find that you're going to be moving into the unknown. So if something's sort of holding you back in some way, maybe you feel like you need to face your fears a little bit in regards to this, Raven. Okay, so let's have a look. Tell us a little bit more about, I'm using the steampunk linen mand. Thank you, Lady V. Oh, wow. Thank you. Okay, you're Vera. Got you. Thank you very much. Okay, so what else does Raven need to know? Okay, 1, 2. This is the extra cards that I'm doing at the moment. Just getting a little extra. Okay, so the first card we're looking at is about you. Okay, so it's about being receptive to the situation that's going on, being open to it. There's a lot of movement, a lot of travel. Does feel like there's a lot of movement going on, a lot of opportunity. So remember to stay grounded. So when you stay grounded, it's going to allow you to stay clear. I do feel like it's about you moving forward, but you do have to remember to stay clear-headed, stay clear, stay anchored, keep your feet firmly on the ground, and it's going to allow you to move into new opportunities. I do feel like there's a lot of stuff happening for you, a lot about new opportunities, new things going on. Does that sound important for you? Making sure you stay clear-headed is going to be super important. So hopefully that sort of gives you a little bit of clarity about what's happening for the rest of the month for you. I do feel like there's a lot of stuff happening here. There's a lot of things happening, a lot of opportunities, a lot of the nurturing the ideas, your intuition, and things like that. So hopefully that makes some sense to you and allows you to have a little bit of a clear head when you're given these opportunities. Don't forget to blow your trumpet. That's a big thing, keeps coming up. You know, acknowledge your skills, acknowledge what you're capable of. I do feel like there's a lot of that for you. Okay, so wow, thank you, Vera, for Lady V, for the donation. It's muchly appreciated here. So you're next. Now, don't worry, those that are on the free list, you will get readings. Just make sure that you type in your question and I'll move through them. I have got some time. I've still got half an hour yet, so we're good. Okay, now if I don't do your reading in here, all you have to do is, after the video has been processed, don't forget to write your question in the comments down below, and I'll do a separate video. But you have to write your question in the comments below if you want me to do the reading for you. Okay, you won't miss out on your reading, but you do have to remember to type it in the question in the comments down below if I don't get a chance to do your reading through the chat. Okay, so I just want to give you that option there. Okay, so Vero. So Lady V, so let's have a look. Oops, so let's have a look here at what your donation was, just so I can get a clear picture about what I'm doing. Okay, awesome. Okay, so what was your question? Now I did see that up here. Did you write in your question? Oops. So you still want to use this question? Okay, will I continue having a relationship? You're fighting all the time and you took a pause. So let's do... Oh, I'm getting very much divine feminine energy. And so with this, I'm actually getting... It's interesting because I'm getting a goddess power energy as well with it. Okay, so this is going to be quite a sort of a very strong energy. So you're fighting all the time. So what's going on with this relationship with Chris? What's going on? What's happening? Okay, the first thing is the Lovers card. Now, the Lovers can talk about the relationship, but can also talk about a sense of choices. There are choices to be made within the relationship. There are a lot of things that are going on that need choices that need to be made. Okay, so we're looking at what's going on with the relationship. We know that there's choices to be made. There is definitely a connection. There's passion. It does feel like there's a lot of passion going on. There's a lot of possibilities, a lot of stuff going on here, a lot of creative energy happening, a lot of dynamic energy. And it's trying to find a sense of balance within this relationship. Seems quite strong. So can you tell us a little bit more about this relationship here? Okay, this one here is sticking out. This one here. And this one. And then I want to go back to this. Okay, so let's have a look. Firstly, what we're looking at here is a sense of... Okay, I feel like there's a lot of decisions to make, to come out of the poor me attitude, of the blame game. Okay, does it feel like there's a bit of a blame game going on here? I do feel like there's a bit of you said, he said, she said, they said sort of energy going on here. So there's a lot of decisions. I feel like you're going around and around in circles. So you've got to get off the wheel. Okay, you've got to get off the wheel. I do feel like you are... definitely feels as though you are... I just keep getting this blame game. I just feel like you're going around and around in circles. Definitely about getting off the blame game. Okay, I do feel like a bit of poor me sort of energy going on here. You've got to get led. You've got to be leading out of this challenge. The sense of poor me. So we've got the sense of victory and success. There is a triumph. If you can only focus on what's important here. The Five of Cups, Six of Wands. If you can focus on what's really important in the relationship, there will be success. Okay, so that's really important there. Oh, Becca, thank you very much for the donation. Muchly appreciated. So here we have the sense of the Shaman of Wands. So it's about giving you the new adventures. Okay, there's a lot of passion, a lot of adventures that are possible within the relationship. Okay, but that's the choices you've got to make. You've got to decide whether to get off this blame game type of energy, whether the hi Ellen. Cool, Becca, I'll do your second question, no worries. Okay, so yeah, definitely feel like you've got to get off this wheel. You've got to be able to focus on what's really important in the relationship, and that's going to allow you to have success even with all the challenges and things going on. Okay, so if you can really focus on what is really important in the relationship, that give and take, that balance, that sense of being able to overcome all the emotional challenges that are going on within this relationship. Okay, so I really want to focus on a sense of, yeah, I do get the sense of really being able to sort of focus on the success of the relationship by looking at what's important instead of what's not. Okay, so let's have a look at what's important. What's the Divine Feminine cards? Okay, so what's... Okay, so this is something that you can do. I am at one with my soul, and my soul is a legacy of love. Okay, just for a minute, take a breath, Lady V. Take a breath and say, I am one with my soul, and my soul is a legacy of love. I am one with my soul, and my soul is a legacy of love. Okay. Next, who else is coming? Oh, I am spiritually and financially abundant. I provide heaven and earth for myself. So when you really love who you are, you're able to just be at peace and be able to find the sense of balance within yourself. One more card here. So just take a moment to take a breath and just feel the sense. You know, this is no... Okay, I recognize suffering in order to release it, and curiosity breeds compassion. Again, you've got to look at what's going on in the bigger picture. What's actually happening? Why is this happening in the relationship? Okay, so let's do the Goddess Power card here. So what goddess is going to help this relationship move forward? What's going to bring it a sense of balance? Bring it a sense of communication without the fighting, without the blame, without the arguing, without the blame, without the going around in circles. What's going to help here? So we've got here. Here we've got Branwen. It's all about forgiveness. Okay, so I'm going to read this because I feel like this is really important here. So Branwen, what number is she? So this is number... Is that 7? Yes. Okay. So, empowerment message. Sometimes life invites us into conditions that challenge us to the core. As the Celtic goddess Branwen forgave those who caused her own death by a broken heart, she asks you to set yourself free from the seeds of resentment that will surely choke the life out of your dreams. We are wounded by others and weave stories about our hurts and losses that live on in our hearts and minds. We come to distrust the potential of love and connection. No matter what your story is or when it began, forgiveness is the key to freedom here. Forgiveness allows for mending and repair, opening the heart to give and receive. If you need to forgive yourself or others, now is the time to do it. Keep your heart open and you can begin again. Only beauty, freedom, and treasures are found in the spirit of forgiveness. The goddess Branwen is here to support you. Now, your alignment message. Okay, your alignment message is: sometimes we unintentionally cause hurt or pain to others. Sometimes our motive really is to hurt. Now is the time for self-inventory and making amends. Your alignment task is to be 100% accountable for your own thoughts, feelings, beliefs, motives, and actions. You are not doing this, however, to experience forgiveness from someone else or even from yourself. It's to have the strength to fortitude and to be accountable and take responsibility for your own actions in your heart. In this way, neither guilt nor shame can take root in your heart. You stand empowered and humble with your head held high, no matter the consequences. You will always be the beneficiary of such an act. The goddess Branwen says deep healing comes from this kind of courage and respect. So I hope that helps and gives you an idea of what you can do. Okay, so that's moving forward with that there. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of guidance, a little bit of help in moving forward with this relationship and being able to move forward with healing. Super, super important there. Okay, so we've done that. Let us have a look at Becca's question. Becca was next on the list, and then G. So, Becca, so your question is, you're welcome, Lady V, you're welcome. So if you were to set boundaries with your Aries friend that I'm not romantically interested, would I meet a man? Ooh, interesting question. That's really cool. And by the way, all those that have donated today, you do go in the draw. Excuse me. You do go in the draw for a 30-minute free reading. All have donated today. You do go in the draw. So let's have a look here. So if I were to set boundaries with my Aries friend that you're not romantically interested in. Okay, so I'm going to go this here. I'm going to go Starman Tarot, and I'm going to give you a sacred geometry card as well. Okay, so let's have a look here and see what this says. Would I meet a man, romantic interest, if you were to set boundaries? So what was the possibility? Whoa, okay. Okay. Cards flew out. First card was Prince of Wands. So it tells me, yes, you're moving on with someone of passion, someone motivated. Definitely feels though there would be a connection here. And it talks about Six of Wands with success and victory. So interesting. So yeah, definitely feels as though, yes, you would meet a man. Okay, you'd meet a man. Okay, and there'd be a lot of movement forward, a lot of intensity, a lot of courage here. And it's all about, but be careful about not rushing into something. Okay, with the Prince of Swords here, I get the sense of being careful about not rushing into the first person that you come into contact with. Okay, so just take your time, don't rush into anything. Yes, the potential is there for you to meet somebody who is definitely passionate, definitely feel as though there is that movement forward, moving into something new. Definitely feel like there will be success, and there'll be a lot of passion and a lot of intensity, but just be careful about not rushing into anything. Okay, don't rush into anything. That's the most important aspect there, is not to rush into anything. So let's have a look and see what the Sacred Geometry card has for you. Yes, GC, could you please post your question? That would be great. Thank you. Oh, wow. Spiraling into love. Woo. Definitely feel we're talking about this new relationship coming up, but don't rush into it or everything. But there is that energy. So I just want to read what it says here in regards to spiraling with love. Okay, card number 44. So if you're into numerology, you can look up what 44 means. And let's have a look at this card here. Let's have a look. So it's talking about intimacy, communication. Okay, the spiral helix of our DNA whirls around this sacred couple and quickens communication of their intimacy. Human DNA helps connect us to the web of creation. It holds ancestral knowledge as well as future potential in a vast library of information. Also swirling around this couple are the spirals of possibility that they have only to recognize in order to activate. As they experience both human sexuality and universal love, this information stimulates their conscious decision to communicate with genuine intimacy. There are many styles of communication. Simple words may be effective for making a statement or providing instructions. However, when concepts and emotions enter the exchange, words often fail to convey the message intended. This card asks that you view the way you communicate. Do you speak from your heart with respect and sincerity? Do you truly listen to the people with whom you are speaking? Resolve to look into the eyes of the person with whom you are communicating and recognize the marvelous being that stands or sits before you. Observe both your own and others' body language and feel their essence. Listen with discernment before you respond. Formulate your words as if they are prayers wanting to be shared with gentle grace and positive intent. Speak your truth in the most intimate way you're able. So it does feel as though you're talking about a new romantic relationship. Make sure you're able to communicate honestly and with integrity with the relationship there. So this is going to be really important for you. So, yeah, I do feel like with the relationship coming up, you do have a possibility of a new romantic interest, which is really important here. But you do need to make sure that you don't rush into it, that you take your time and you enjoy the journey and you're able to communicate clearly. Really, really commit yourself to being present in the now. Don't worry too much about the future, but being in the now is going to be really important for you, Becca. So, yeah, that's really, really important here. So, let's have a look here. Okay, GC, you're next. Okay, GC. So, yeah, you're welcome, Becca. You're welcome. So, hopefully that sort of gives you some idea about where you're at and what's going on in regards to that. Now, what I want to do here, okay, GC, let's have a look. What am I going to do for you in regards to this love? That was quite cool. That was neat. Right. Okay, so what I'm going to do here with this, okay, so just going to stretch a minute. Sorry, I just got a bit of a sore hip. Okay, so what I might do is do Tarot Decorative. Okay, Tarot Decorative, and I'm going for Oracle of Vision. That's what I was looking for. Okay, so what's coming towards you in love? Okay, so So let's have a look. When I do a reading for you, I like to work in themes, if you've noticed. So all my tarot and oracle decks all have themes, or Lenormand, Kipper, Sibylla, whatever other playing cards. Everything's sort of in a theme, so it's interesting to have a look at. Now, I do like to use, when we're looking at the oracle decks, it's nice to have a look at the guidebooks as well, because they do give you that little bit of extra message that, you know, we don't want to miss out on. So let's have a look. What blessings do you have coming towards you? And whoa, and this card flew out straight away. So the first card we have here is the 5 of coins. Okay, so 5 of coins is all about being led out of the sense of poverty. So it feels like you're leading into a sense of fortune. You're leading into something new and exciting. I feel like you're being led out of the cold, and so to speak. So I do feel like you're being led into something new. You're being guided into something new. So I do feel like you're going to have some blessings. It does feel like something positive coming into it. Oh, finances, love and finances. So we're doing love and then we're doing finances. So let me just do the love. Let's do a couple of cards for the love. So I do feel like you're being led out of. I do feel like it's going to be an abundance of love, because we have the 7 of coins here. So what do you truly want in the abundance of love? Okay, so I do feel like you're going to have the sense of abundance of love coming into play here. So I do feel like that you are being led out. What do you truly want? What do you truly want? It's deciding for yourself what you truly want to bring into your life. But I do feel like you're being led into something new and exciting. And so you want to ask about finances as well. So I do feel like you love, you got your possibility, but you've got to decide for yourself what you truly want in regards to a relationship, and be ready to open your heart to that possibility. And the green is talking about a lot of healing stuff going on here. So let's look at the finance side of things here. Let's look at the money side. And so money, I'm getting here and here. So let's have a look at the money side of the cards. So the first thing we have is the Queen of Swords. So you've got to look at your finances. So you've got to look at the truth, the facts of your finances. Look at where you are in regards to your finances. Look at your income. Look at your outcome. I do feel like you really need to look at it seriously. Look at your finances completely, where you are. Good. So I do feel like with your love life, you're going to have an abundance of it, with bringing and manifesting what you want. So it's coming into play. Okay. With your finances here. Cool. Okay. It's about being really aware of where you're at with in regards to your finances and things. And look at what you're putting aside a little bit each day for the rainy day. So it does feel like you're putting aside a little bit for a rainy day, putting away a little bit here. So I do feel like you've got some love coming. You've got a lot of stuff happening here. You're manifesting what you want. You're bringing it into fruition. You're harvesting it. With your finances here, you're putting aside a little bit each day. You've looked and you've acknowledged where you are financially. What's your income? What's your outcome? You're doing all your budgets. So you're putting away a little bit each day. So let's give us an overview in regards to your finances here. I just want to look at a little bit of an overview here. Moving forward. So I do feel like your finances are coming into fruition. It does feel like it's moving forward. It is bringing it into thing. I do feel like your income is going to come into play. So you're moving forward into your income. So it's happening. So you've acknowledged where you are. You looked at the truth of what needs to happen, what needs to be done. You're holding, you're putting aside a little bit of, you're trying to put aside a little bit each day. But I do feel like there's some movement. do definitely feel like there's some movement coming in regards to your finances here. So I do feel like there's some movement coming in. So let's, what does Spirit need you to know in regards to an overview of life for you? So I'm going to do 2 cards here. Okay, 2 cards. So what did you need to know? Overview. So let's have a look. Oh, this one here popped out first. The first one here is 25. Feels like the Magician. So in a way that you're manifesting what you want. So let's have a look here. Okay. Just be very careful about what's leading you. Just be very careful in regards to your relationship, in regards to your finances. Also here, be very careful about any confusion or any thing that's on the surface. Look beyond the surface. Look below the surface. Look at what's going on, what you're experiencing, and how you're interacting with the situation as well. That could be really important here. Be careful that you're not being led on a path that's not good for you. It's about being very, very wary about people around you as well. So I'm getting that sense of, oops, I don't want all those cards there. Right. Let's have a look, see what we can do with this other card here. So I'm getting a sense about looking beyond the illusion, look beyond the surface, look a little bit deeper at things. And you've got 1. So card number 1 here is talking about a new beginning, letting go of the past and moving forward. So as you're looking beyond the illusion of what's actually happening for you, being able to make sure that you're on the path that you truly want, you're leaving behind the old. This is a new beginning for you in both your love, in regards to your intimacy, your love, but especially with your finances. There's definitely a new beginning in regards to your finances. That seems to be the really big thing for you right now, to make sure that you are paying your bills and doing all what you need to do. It does feel like there's a new beginning. There's a sense of freedom coming up. So that's really important for you here, to know that there is new beginnings, there are new possibilities, there's definitely that movement forward. I definitely feel, GC, as though there is possibility of something new and exciting. I feel like there's a lot of movement in regards to your finances here. Okay, so hopefully that gives you a little bit of guidance about some of the things that you sort of might need to do, or some of the things that you could help you to gain what you need in your life. I think a lot of it comes from within yourself. I do feel like there's a lot about you manifesting what you want, being able to sort of focus on that. You're connected, you're concerned because you can't pay all the bills at the moment, and you're looking, awesome to look forward to it. Can understand that. And I do feel like it's about you manifesting. That was weird. I just got the word like craft. Is there something that you make or something that you do that you could use to offer as a service, GC? Now, when I'm talking about craft, it could be something that you're skilled at, something that you're able to do. I keep getting this feeling that you've got a craft. Oh, thank you, Tasty One. Yes, you made a donation. Makeup. Could you offer that as a service? Fashion and home styling. Have you thought about offering it as a service? creating a Ko-Fi or a Fiverr or something. I think that could keep you going in the meantime. Just keep getting this craft, something special that you could do to create a business, create a sense of a little bit of an income. Okay, that just came through. I just don't know what that was, but yeah, okay, cool. Hopefully that might help. Ko-Fi, Fiverr, something like that. Create a bit of a income for yourself by offering it as a service. So hopefully that helps. GC. Okay, so we've got another donation here. Now, I will do the free readings, okay? You're not going to miss out. So what I want you to do, if I don't do your reading today, please make sure you leave a comment in the descriptions below, in the comments below, should I say? Leave it in the comments below, and I will do a separate video for your readings. Because I did not realize I was going to have so many donations. I totally appreciate you guys. You're amazing. This is really great for the business. It really helps pay the bills and the business side of things and get things going. So yeah, GC, I really think you could use your craft, your makeup, your home styling to move forward. So let's see. We've got Tasty making a donation. So Tasty, I just need your question. Make sure you leave those that are commenting now, please leave your comment, please leave your question in the comments down below, and I'll do a separate video later on this afternoon. So just give me a moment. I'm looking for Tasty's Tasty's question. I've got her donation there. So hello. So I will do the readings. I'm not forgotten you, Victoria. I haven't forgotten anybody. I will do your readings, but you just have to make sure that you put your questions down below after the live, because I am sort of running out of time. I did not realize I'd be so busy with donations. So this is called Tasty. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, okay. So you want to know what's going on with your relationship. You want to look at the foundation of your relationship, what's actually going on. And I am just getting here. Oh, this is interesting. Sorry, I just got to stretch a minute. Just lost. Where are you? Here it is. Okay, so I had to find a deck in particular. It just sort of came to me. The Four Huxa. Now, this artist, this creator also did the Crow Tarot. So let me just grab the Oracle deck that I want with this one here, which is the Fairy Forest. Okay, so Tasty one. Let's have a look at what you've done there. Those that donated, so that's brilliant. Thank you very, very much. Now, all of you who have donated will go in the draw for a 30-minute, a free 30-minute reading, a video chat, which we need to organize at some stage. So let's have a look at this. This one is quite important here. Okay, so you want to know what's going on with the relationship, what's actually happening. Let's have a look and see what's going on here. I do feel like there's going to be something that we need to really sort of look at deeply. You do feel like there's some doubt going on in regards to the relationship. So let's have a look at the foundation of what's actually going on. What's hidden? What's going on? What's hidden? What's happening? So let's have a look at the heart of the relationship here. So let's have a look. Okay, so we've got the heart of the relationship. So let's have a look. The first two cards we're looking at here is the Fool. Okay, and I do feel like you're being this is what I'm feeling like. I'm feeling like you feel as though you've been a fool in this whole thing. Okay, so that's the heart of it here. And so you've got the Six of Earth here. So I feel like you're giving a lot to the relationship. You're giving a lot to what's going on. I feel like you're giving a lot of yourself. It feels like it feels very unbalanced. Okay, it does feel like you're giving a lot to the relationship. You do feel like there's a bit of a fool. So what's Antonio bringing to the relationship? So what's he bringing to the relationship at this time? Okay, so we've got this card here. Okay, so now you guys need to communicate. You need to talk. I'm going to tell you this now. Okay, you need to communicate without the blame game, without anything else going on. Okay, but I do feel as though Antonio's bringing a sense of feeling like he's got away with it, a sense of winning. Okay, he's won and he's moving on. Okay, there is a sense of him moving through a new cycle, a new something going on. There is a sense of him moving on in some way. So you've got to decide for yourself how you're going to deal with it without the blame game, without the yelling, without the thing. You've got to be able to communicate. Okay, there's got to be a need. He feels like he's got away with whatever he's got. He's winning with what it is. Okay, so it tells us that there is some battles and there's some conflicts, but it will be but there could be success. There could be some victories. There could be a sense of I definitely feel like there could be some success, some victories, some winning in the relationships type of area. So I do feel like there is that sense of him moving forward. He has moved on in some way. There's a shift in his energy. So he feels like he's won the battle, or he's got away with whatever he's doing. Okay. So I do feel like there's a need to communicate. There is a need to sort of sort this out in some way, find a way to have some success in your life. So I just want to see if there's anything else that we need to look at here. Ooh, so it's about looking for the truth, communicating the truth of what's actually going on here. So I think you guys really need to communicate. There is a need to talk, to find the truth of it, to have the success that you actually want. So it does feel as though things are not quite... I do feel as though there's definitely some deceit going on. There is definitely feels as though there is something going on. He's moving on. So I do feel like there's a need to communicate. There's a deciding for you in the truth, and really looking at the truth of what's actually happening. You know, if it's in there, if you're feeling it, if you're feeling like he's cheating on you, I think there's a need for you to communicate. I think there's a need for you to decide what you want to do for yourself. I think you need to communicate and find out what's actually going on. It might not be what you expect, him cheating, but I definitely feel there's some untruths being told. There's something happening here. I do feel like there is that sense of he's moving. I do feel like there's a moving on mentally. So I do think there's a need for you to communicate. Oh. Okay. So yeah, we've got deceit, betrayal coming on. So you do need to be able to maybe talk to somebody, a counselor, or talk to a relationship counseling. Don't know. It's not really saying. I think you guys need to talk about it. I do feel like there's a lot of deceit. I do feel it's got here the sense of deceit and betrayal, feeling yeah, I do feel like there's a lot of deceit. There's a lot of untruths being told. So So I do feel like counseling is going to be really important for you. I don't know whether you can go to couples counseling to sort through it. So let's see if there's any other information that you can tell us about why Antonio moved on. Why does it feel like he's moved on in some way? Let's see if it gives us any answers to that. But I do think you guys, counseling is going to be really important for you here. Just giving you, see if it gives us a little bit more information. What made him move on? Okay, so it felt like he had an awakening within himself. It does feel like there was an understanding within himself. He was his own awakening. I think this is just something within him. It's interesting with the shift moving on. So yeah, it shifted, his perception shifted. There was an awakening within him. There was something awoken within him that just allowed him to feel like he's moving on, moving forward in his life. Something's changed. So you guys need to, I do feel like there may be some couples counseling or some sort of counseling that's going to allow you to move into your own, decide for yourself what you want to do. I think you guys need to talk, you guys need to communicate to be able to move through this. So you've got to decide for yourself, but there definitely feels like there was an awakening within him, something stirred within him, and that allowed him to sort of change his perceptions. Now this is within himself. This is his own thing. He may not be fully aware of why he's feeling this way. Totally up to you what you do with it. You've got to decide whether you can go to counseling or not, whether you can go to couples counseling, and whether you can move through the process. Totally up to you what you do with it. You've got to decide for yourself. That is not something that the universe is going to decide for you. You guys have free will with what you choose to do with it. Whether you can choose to communicate through this process and move through it, or whether you are going to, yeah, I do feel like couples counseling is going to be really important if you want to move through this process together. I think you need a mediator, someone who's there to have that narrative between you, to have the success or the victory that you want. Maybe in the relationship, you could move through it, you could end it, totally up to you. But I do feel like the counselor is going to help you get that balance, be able to find that. So I really believe like couples counseling, something like that could really help you, could give you the right information that you need to move in the right direction. There could be something that you guys just need to discuss, need to be able to sort through. Yeah, no worries, Egyptian famous, no worries. I was just doing the donation here. Oh, intuitive astrology. Oh, you could do that, GC. On your own. Don't worry about your ex-husband, just worry about yourself. Yeah. Right. Okay, I think we're down to the I think I've done all the donations. So let me just double check that. I think I've done everyone's. Yeah, so I do feel. Yeah, on your own, GC. Apply for Social Security. Yeah, on your own. On your own. Right. Tasty one. I hope that helps and gives you a little bit of clarity. I think I just keep getting things like spiritual counseling, communications, psychology, couples counseling would be really important. Oh, you're entitled to collectors as well. Oh, okay. Right, so Violet. Now, I did do up a list. Let me see if I can find that list. Now, the list was, because I suddenly got all this right. Violet, Baby HD, not Lady V, because Lady V's already had a reading. So let me just type this up again. So we've got Violet. So, wait a minute. Violet again. Okay, Baby HD. Description. Oh, God, I can't even spell today. Manor. Okay, so let me see. Who else did I miss? So I'm going to do Violet's. Don't worry, Violet. I am going to do your reading next. Okay, so who have I missed? Okay, so Earth Angel. Oh my God, there's lots. Okay, so there is okay, I'm not going to be able to get everyone's reading done today. So what I want you to do is, after the stream has finished, if you want a reading, please type your question in the comments down below, because I don't think I'm going to have time to do everyone's reading today. I would love to, but not right at this moment. But I will be able to do maybe a little bit later, come through. If anyone's written in the comments down below, I will do your reading for you. Okay, so what I'm doing is writing up a list of everybody that has a question or wants a reading, and what I want you to do is type it in the comments below after the stream. Okay, because I'm not going to have time. I didn't realize there was so many of you come in. That's what happens with the readings. I don't really notice what's actually happening in chat. It can be a little bit difficult, so I'm a little bit thing. So I will do Violet's reading now, and what I want you to do is, everybody else, I'd like you to, I didn't realize I was so busy with readings. So what I want to do is, everybody that's on this list, okay, everybody that's on this list that I'm putting into chat now, they can write their comments in the chat, in the in the comments down below. Write their question in the comments down below. Okay, I would love to have done all your readings, but I didn't realize the time. It's been absolutely crazy. It's been busy, which I really appreciate, and I'd want to do all your readings. So if you want a reading from me, please leave a comment in the chat, in the comments down below, your question in the comments down below, and I will do your reading for you. Okay, so your twin flame. What does the future hold for me and this person? Or is there a false? Now, be careful about the words twin flame, because not all twin flames are good for you in this lifetime. Okay, so what I'm going to use is actually going to use the Chinese tarot. Okay, so I'm going to use the Chinese tarot. I don't want those. Right, so we're talking about a relationship here. Okay, so what's going on with this relationship? What's the connection? You want to know what the connection is for you. what's the future? Let's have a look. So what's the connection? Let's begin with what's the connection between you and, whoa, okay, so coming through, let's have a look. Interesting. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, just because the cards flew out for some reason, they flew out together. It's talking about a sense of spiritual connection. So there was definitely a spiritual connection between you. There is that yin and yang energy. So it does feel like he was a twin. There is that twin flame. There is that spiritual connection, okay? But it's one of conflict, okay? It's a relationship of conflict. You're two alike. You're two similar in many ways. It's not necessarily romantic. There is definitely that connection. There is definitely a connection between you. But it's all about, I want to say, a sense of being led in the right direction. Okay, reason why I've got these, I don't know why, but I do feel like there is that yin and yang energy. It's definitely a twin flame, but it's not necessarily romantic. Okay, there's definitely a connection there. It's definitely a relationship, but I do feel like it's one of conflict. Okay, so I do feel like it's a lesson to learn. There's some lessons that you need to learn in this relationship. There is definitely there was definitely a connection. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be a romantic one for you. It feels like it's one of being led out of the cold. So it's a lesson to learn. There's something to discover, something to learn about the relationship. I think there is a lesson that you need to look at in regards to this connection here. And I do feel like it's something that's going to keep being repeated. Oh, you've got a child together. Okay, that's why I keep getting... That's why I'm getting like there's no romance now. There's that scene that keeps coming, pulling you together. That's why you've got that connection to do with the child. Okay. I don't feel like there's a future. I don't feel like there's any more. Like, I do feel like you're going to be led in new directions. Okay. So that's why you've got that connection. You've got one of conflict, one of battles. I don't feel like there's a future for you. I feel like there's a lot of poor me type of energy, a sense of poverty. It's a very toxic relationship. I feel like it could be a very toxic relationship. There's a lesson to learn in the whole process. So I don't feel like there's a future for you guys actually in a relationship, even though you've got this connection with having a child, having that connection there. Okay. I mean, unless energy changes, but it feels like there is some challenges, there are some obstacles that need to be overcome. Okay. There are some challenges that need to be overcome before there's any possibility of a future. And we know that there is that connection with you. So no, oh, you don't want a relationship? Okay, so you just asked what you want to know, so it didn't really sort of say that. Okay, so yeah, I just feel like you'll always have that connection. You'll always have that connection with the relationship there. So you just don't know. I don't feel like there's going to be much. Is there going to be a communication? Oh, there it is here. I think there's going to be a lot of quarrels, a lot of disagreements. I just feel it's very toxic. I just feel like there's going to be a lot of fights, a lot of quarrels and arguments. So we keep getting a lot of fives going on here. So all these fives telling us that there's a lot of challenges to overcome. There's a lot of battles. does feel like there's a lot of battles coming up in this relationship. There's a lot of need for communication. There's going to be a lot of challenges with the 5s all in here. Trying to find a sense of emotional balance. I feel like you're always going to be trying to find that balance. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of challenges, a lot of conflict, a lot of battles. So you could decide how you're going to deal with it yourself. But there is going to be a lot of conflicts, a lot of battles. A lot of lessons to learn from this. So no, the free list is closed. This is what's on the list that I've got. Now, all these people that are here can write in their comments down below. I'm going to do my last reading now. I'm going to do one last reading, and that is, let's see who's got from Baby HD. Let's see who's, just trying to see who's actually written up a question here. So what I want you to do is, I'm running out of time. My time's gone. So no, I'm finished. This is the last reading. So if you want a reading, please type your, I've got to go. I've been on for over 2 hours here, guys. I've been on for over 2 hours. So what I want you to do is write your question in the comments down below. And I will do a separate video later with everyone's questions. Is A coming back into my life for love? Okay, so what I want you to do is, no, don't write your question in the chat. I want you to write it in the comments down below. Write it in the comments down below after the video has finished. If you want a reading, please write in the comments down below. Okay, is A coming back into my life for love? I think you're feeling trapped. You're holding on to something. You're feeling contained by wanting this in your life. I think something's holding you back with that. And so I feel like the situation is about you're needing to step out of the situation. Okay, so you need to sort of let yourself go. You need to sort of move away from the situation. Open your eyes. I feel like you're feeling very blinded by what's happening. I do feel like you're very bound by expecting A to come back into your life. I don't feel like he is. I feel like it's time for you to sort of step out from the situation, step away from the situation, take a nice deep breath, and live your life to the fullest. It's time for you to start living your life. You're keeping yourself very trapped, very caged by the situation. I feel like you're putting up barriers, you're putting up walls to new situation. So it's now time for you to just take a breath for a moment and really allow yourself this possibility to release yourself from the past, from the situation. Okay, it's time for you to breathe. Okay, so that's it. I'm sorry, guys. I've really run out of time. I really have got to do some things. I've got some things to do. If you really want a reading, please, 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 if you want a reading still, please put your comment, your question in the comments down below after the video is being processed. Please, 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 if you want a reading, please put your question down below, and I will do a separate video with your questions later. Sorry, I've been on for 2 hours and I really need to take a break. Thank you to everybody who's donated today. Thank you to everybody who's been here. I so appreciate all your support. Those that have donated will go in the draw for a free 30-minute tarot reading. You're all being fantastic. I wish I could give you all free readings. Unfortunately, I cannot. I do appreciate you being here. Now, those that are wanting a free 2-card reading still, please leave your comments, your questions in the comments down below. If you want a reading, please leave your question in the comments down below. Okay, I really, really appreciate it. Don't forget to write a review. If you've had a reading from me, write a review on the blog. The link is down below. And you also go in the draw for a free reading. Even if it's a free, even if it's a free reading you've had from me, if you write a review, when I reach 1,000 subs, you'll all be going in the draw for a free reading. So there's lots of ways to win a free reading when I'm 1,000 views. So if you had a reading from me, you can write a review, and you go in the draw. Now, everybody in chat, if you want a reading, please leave your questions in the comments down below. And I'm sorry, I've just got to go. I've really run out of time. I'm sort of holding on here, trying to sort of explain everything to you, as I really wish I could do more. But yeah, it really is time for me to say cheerio. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you all. Thanks for being here with me.